Hello, my name is Anelene Wilkinson, and I was diagnosed with lymphedema when I was a couple of months old. I was born with swelling in my right leg and my pubic area, and when my mom noticed, which is when I was a couple of months old, she took me to the various doctors, and the doctors diagnosed me with lymphedema. The doctors told my mom that my right leg would get as big as a tree trunk, and that one day I won't be able to walk, and that I wouldn't be able to participate in any school activity or any exercise. That it wasn't a good idea for me to participate in the exercises. My mom ended up not listening to what the doctor said, and she brought me up like any other child, and I participated in any sport that I want to do. I just always had to be careful because any cuts or any insect bites that I got, my leg used to get very infected. I think growing up with lymphedema, it was tough. I think it can be tough for anyone that has it, because kids can be really cruel and they can be mean, and they can definitely tease you and they can say hurtful things. But at the end of the day, we need to realize that kids are innocent, and they have to be taught to be kind. When I got a little bit older, I always wanted to wear long pants so that I could hide it. I didn't want always people to stare the whole time, and I didn't want people to always ask what it is, and then I have to always explain it. Later on, obviously, when I started having boyfriends, well, actually, first with friends, there's obviously some people that wouldn't be friends with you. I think because you don't fit a specific image. And then when it comes to partners and boyfriends, you've had boyfriends that will end it with you because your one leg is bigger than the other, and it doesn't look as symmetrical as what a normal girl's leg looks like, or legs look like. And then obviously you've got other partners that don't want to have children with you because they're scared that you pass the gene down to your children. So I've definitely had my fair share of rejection. And yeah, you still have to love people, and you still have to bless people, and it definitely does make you a lot stronger. And yeah, sometimes with tears in your eyes and a smile on your face and kindness in your heart, you must bless them and you must let go. I can't actually remember the amount of times that I actually came home, especially in school, crying, and how great my mom was. She always used to say encouraging words. The one rhyme that I always remember her saying is, "Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words can never harm you." And my mom was truly a great inspiration. She gave me a lot of strength, and a lot of her strength, and she guided me, and she molded me, and she always reminded me to be kind and to be as graceful as possible, and that two wrongs never make a right, and that you have to love people, and you have to always try and see the good in people. I think psychologically, it definitely affects you, because it definitely destroys your self-image, your value and your worth. Your heart definitely hardens because you don't always get to see the good side of people. I have been to various doctors, and it is self-funded because medical aid doesn't cover lymphedema. It's something that the medical industry doesn't know much about. It's only starting to, people are only starting now to become aware of what lymphedema is. When I look at the doctors, I do think, or through my experiences, I do think that the doctors lack education, and they lack the tact to help educate a person that has got it, and to actually help you, because they don't always necessarily have the right advice. I have had some surgeries with some doctors that have assisted me. I've had labiaplasty surgery, and then I've also had experimental surgery on my right leg, which induces injury so that it can improve the healing and the drainage. Very recently I had a test. It was a lymphoscintigraphy test, where the results actually came back that I don't have lymphedema. But even with those results, the doctors still can't tell me what it is, and they still at a dead end. And their advice, ideally, to manage it is to keep on doing what I'm doing. When it comes to management of my lymphedema, what I do is I do the compression garments. I use a pump. I also do bandaging, and I always obviously have to elevate my leg as much as possible. I've also got a lot of faith. I do declarations, I do incantations, which all definitely have and play a major role within managing the lymphedema. When we look at the Learn website, I was very surprised and very excited to learn more about it, and that people are actually speaking about it on this Learn website. And I viewed a lot of the videos on there, and it definitely encouraged me and it inspired me to also speak out about it, and to be not ashamed of having it, and starting to be more confident within your skin. There's actually a lot of people out there that actually have got it, and I was surprised to see how many girls that also only have it in their right leg. And it's something that you don't have to be ashamed about. And that's something that's going to be a long road. I think it's something that you have to manage on a daily basis. But now that I've got people and I've got a support group, I'm looking forward to making the most out of it.